Trustly, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. My name is Tenzin Tsega. I was born in Ladakh, in Leh, Tibetan settlement, and there I went to TCB school, Choklamsa. Then after passing class 10, we were moved to TCB Abba Dharamsala in McLeodganj to do the 11th and 12th. After that, serving then, I think in 2001 or 2 or 3 somewhere, then I after passing class 12, then later I joined this Institute of Buddhist Dialectic in Dharamsala, and there I studied Tibetan philosophy, from the Dutta, Tari, Lorik, and then Parchin, and then Uma Parchin 6 years, and then Uma 3 years, and after that studying 1 year cosmology. Then I didn't complete my study there. Then I joined. I planned to come here to do some retreat in Lapchi. So I take leave from there and then joined the Changchulo Monastery in Dehradun. And after enrolling there, with the permission of His Holiness Kyangben Chezang Rinpoche, then I came here. And then since then, in 2013 April, since then I'm here.
Okay, so can you introduce your root guru here?
It's a traditional way, more like a traditional 3-year retreat. First we came here, then after seeing Rinpoche, Dorjen Dulubada Rinpoche, and we got first this Amitayus practice from his, and then we did this retreat for a while, and then we came out of retreat and then take the this preliminary teachings and then come into retreat like this. It went on after completing the Wandos, the preliminary practices, then Wadin, and then Chuduk, and after that 2 years ago I think I finished all this, and then since then I'm doing a part retreat, taking some other initiation and teachings and then doing retreat, and also serving when I am out of retreat, serving.
Say, what is the most difficulties while you're doing the retreat in Lapchi Snow Mountain?
Difficulties usually mainly is internal and external, yeah. So that internally, when the practice your mind as a beginner, it's quite a little bit difficult to keep the mind in the place. So it's same case with everyone, beginners practice problem. Externally, usually they are we have one is because of that a difficult route here, difficult. So we have to store for an entire year. So turn by turn, from the retreatants, usually Dorjen Rinpoche and Tukun Lobsang select 2 retreatants to be as a Nyerpas who do all the shoppings and everything, so that the other retreat can stay inside the retreat. So they go to Bauda and this shopping everything. Then it's very difficult to find coolies, porter to and after getting all these things, then the price of the coolies, they have the routes very dangerous. So it's always the trouble never finish. You can't exactly pinpoint any trouble, because always whenever there's some problem is solved, then another arises. But it's part of life, you have to go on. But before when I was first here in 2013, the condition was quite more harder than today. but comparing to the before, like Dozo Rinpoche, and then during that time, His Eminence Nobar Rinpoche, when they were doing retreat here, conditions were very, very difficult. During that time, they have to walk like 4 or 5 days, like getting all their stuff, food stuff, and like this. This was very difficult. Nowadays, we only have to like walk 2 days to come here. So like, like a problem never finishes, but you have to contend with it. You have to cope with it.
Can you tell us that why you choose to do retreat meditation in Lapchi Snow Mountain instead of other places like in India and places near from Kathmandu?
I think I don't have clear reasons, like to pinpoint, but maybe some connection with this tradition, like Tikkun Kogi tradition. Like my father was from a Sakya tradition, my mother was from a Nyingma tradition, and I went to TCV, and then like for 11 or 12 years, I studied in Institute of Buddhist Dialectic there. That the treatises are mainly Giluk traditions, but there we also study other teachings from different sects, like Kaikyu, Sakya, everything is there, but mainly it is Giluk Pecha, but still, some sort of like the connection, I think. Maybe sometimes things came to my mind that maybe, during that time I have a classmate, Rangdo Ishe, Tugu Rangdo Ishe, so I heard a lot from him like this, about these two lineages and everything like this. And then I also got lots of like teachings from during that time. When I was a layperson, I got like 1 or 2 chance to take some poor teachings from Ayang Rinpoche in Bodh Gaya, like this, Then later on, some sort of like maybe when I look back and think, maybe like this maybe it's the blessing of Aji Chogdoma too, I think.
So can you tell us little brief about the Lapchi Snow Mountain and it's about the holy site of
usually like Lapchi is one of the sacred places, because the left ear of Chakrasamar is very near here, so it is usually come under the left ear place. So this is like one of the speech mandala of Chakrasamvara. So like so it's very sacred. And before, Marpa himself told Milarepa, to go to Lapchi and many other different places. So in the Lapchi, when Milarepa come here, during that time, like the nomads here, or people in the surrounding areas were not having very difficult time to pass through this place, because the local deities like Dagas and Dakinis, they were very rough kind of character. But then when Milarepa came here, he tamed all of them, and then all the local deities and Dagas and Dakinis accepted to help Milarepa's teaching to prosper, Buddha's teaching to prosper. So since then, after Milarepa, then Chuche Kampopa, like this, especially during the Gyopa Rinpoche time, more than 50,000 retreatants were sent in 3 different places, especially, this Gang Rinpoche, Tsari, and this one Lapchi. So since then, the retreatants have been coming here, not just from the Tikkun lineages, from other lineages too. Like sometimes people come, there are many famous teachers who came here, and also like Indian Mahasiddhas, some of them also were here. So this is a very, very sacred place, like usually it is said, like practicing like a little bit of time, maybe I'm not clear about the duration, but like a 1 year or like this year retreating, and in doing some retreat in other places, you can't compare the benefits. So naturally it's a very, very sacred place.
Thank you. So as we all know that Lapchi Retreat Center, or we also can say Lapchi Rekchin Sherpa Dorji Retreat Center, is the one of the most or the top retreat center around the world. old. So do you have any advice for future young returnees who like to visit Lapchi to have meditation in these places? So can you have any advices for those coming returnees?
As I am also a beginner, usually actually I don't have any advice, but I can I have been here for like more than like a little bit 7 years, so sharing some of my experience, it is good if you have a little bit background of Tibetan language, the teacher Tenzin Rinpoche and Drunlo Sangla, they don't speak English and other languages, they only spoke Tibetan languages, so you get more blessings, if you can receive directly, so it is much better. Then other things like if you have done before coming here, if you are able to do some retreats in like shorter retreats in other places, then it will be like a base, so you are not going to face much trouble here. And just like normal usual stuff, you can find it in every book teachings, like you don't expect too much, you just let the things to happen gradually. And this from the teaching side, and from the other side, this is a very especially in the winter, it's very cold, and sometimes in the when there are too much snow, like sometimes even this much snow comes, very difficult, and so you have to physically little bit tough, not so tough, just you can handle some pressure, this kind, you have to keep it mentally. And besides that, here we have regents nearby, the staff, there are 2 regents, they also help, and there's also there's this association like Sopa, which was set up by the Nobu Rinpoche himself, and they also usually help if you contact them in Nepal. And so like this, if you decided to do the retreat like this, and you're not going to face much trouble, but little bit definitely you are going to face.
So as you said, you stay 7 years in Lapchi Snow Mountain for a retreat, and then now in future, what's your planning? To remain stay here for retreat or any?
Let's see. Actually, it depends on your karma. If I have a good karma and good relation with this place and these practices, and with then definitely I will last a little bit longer here. Then otherwise, usually in earlier times, when retreating, they practice in some place under their teacher, they try to remain as long as with their teacher when the teacher is very good, so that you can get all the teaching. Getting teaching only is not efficient, because an experienced teacher like Tenzin Rinpoche and Tribun Lobsang, it's very hard to get such teachers. When you practice, you're always going to face problems, but there are many problems that are created with your own mind. Just keeping those aside, the questions and troubles regarding to the practice, they can definitely help.
So thank you very much, Gen Segala.
Thank you, Trastale.